You know, every time I'm in front of my inventory here and I'm about to start a YouTube video, I always want to start it like every other YouTuber, where they're like, "What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video." No, I'm not going to do that. Hey guys, what's going on? It is Memorial Day 2019, and we planned a outlet trip. And before I get into it, I was in the service, so I want to remember Sergeant Bernard Corpus and Sergeant Sonny Zimmerman. You guys will never be forgotten. Served with them in Afghanistan in 2006, and you know, prayers to your families. But I got goosebumps getting into that, and I just wanted to pay my respects to them before I got into this video. I mean, it's the whole reason we have Memorial Day. But let's go ahead and get the video started. Good morning, everyone. So it is Memorial Day weekend 2019. We're going on a road trip. The plan this morning, it's about 7:40, is to go to Houston, which is roughly 2 hours east of Austin. We're gonna go to a couple Nike outlets there, and then make my way back and probably finish with one more stop here in town. I was gonna do two, but I figured the traffic by then is gonna be pretty bad. So we're hopefully gonna hit 3 spots today. That's the plan. And let's go ahead and get this started.
Yeah. Clearing up for you.
So this outlet seems to be not too great. You might check out these right here. Air Max 90Cs, $84.99, 30% off. So Vapor Maxes, $39.99, retail $75. No, so let's go ahead and check those. Got the Gumps, Jordan Wall. No crazy discounts, which is usual on big sales day like Memorial Day weekends. Prices don't seem to be too great, so I didn't expect too much. Women's was pretty much the same as well, but that's all right. We're gonna go off to the next spot. I will make my double take on the men's back wall just to see if there's anything else I missed. And this is why it's important to do a double trip on that back wall. There are some things you might miss, like these Air Force One High RTs. They had a retail of $220. They had them on the back wall for $74.97 with the 30% off, and then with the tax, it came out to about $56 roughly. I went ahead and checked out the comps. There are a few low ballers on there, but it seems the consensus goes anywhere from 120 to 160. So I went ahead and picked up what they had in the back wall, which was 6 of them. And realistically, I'm looking at probably getting anywhere between 130 through 150. But overall, good pickup right before I left. And then let's go to the next spot.
Oh, yeah.
Got some cleats here, some retros, some pretty good deals at the Katy Mills location. We're gonna go ahead and browse the back wall though and see if we find anything. Didn't find anything else really, but just stumble across other Jordans here, so pretty cool finds, just nothing really worth picking up, as you can see. Found these here as well. It's kind of random, huh? There's no price on them. I'm guessing they're probably retail. So we are about an hour from the last spot. I had to take a break. I had to eat, you know, biology. So I still got to drop those packages off, and it's taking some space. It's kind of annoying. But so far we're making out good. I did pick up some Air Force Ones at the first spot. The second spot, we got some Jordans for, I believe, $25. They were $34.97 with 30% off. So that was a good deal. So we're off to the last spot. A ton of resellers in each spot, but you know, that just goes to show there's plenty of room for people in this business. So that's great. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat my brisket sandwich and get on the road, and hopefully we can find some scraps at the last spot. So we'll see.
Oh, yeah. It's all about
Vapor Maxes. And it looks like there's not really too much at this one. I did go to the back wall and somebody cleaned house, so we'll go ahead and go by and see if I can get some of it on camera. Air Shakes, $59.99. And we got some Air Max Speed Turfs, $69.97, 30% off. Two mystery spots that were emptied out, so I wondered what was here. Maybe I should have came here in the morning, but oh well, I'll never know. Jordan Why Nots, $69. These Westbrooks are still here, and I'm sitting on a pair in my shop. Looks like nothing too crazy. They did get a couple of new Jordans. So Legacy 312, $99. Jordan 1 Retros, $109. And lastly, we got Air Jordan 11 Retro Lows. Check out that box though, it's kind of cool. So the outlet that's been extremely consistent for me had nothing. It's just one of those days, and obviously they did have something, but completely wiped out. I'll never know what was in those two blank spots, but now I'm kind of guessing maybe I should go to the spots that are closer to me and then branch out, as opposed to going to the further spot that I want to go to and then make my way back in. So I'm gonna go ahead and contemplate that while I drive to the post office, drop those off, and then next scene will be at my place and just get a good gist of what we got. So
A few minutes later.
or it could be one of those events where it's a holiday sale, so the market is hyper competitive because you got the resellers coming out, as well as just the mom and pops looking for deals, and can't blame them. So I think it'd probably be best if I just go to the furthest spot and make my way back. That way I don't have to drive out and come back, because I did try that like 2 weeks ago, and after I left my local spot, I didn't want to go anywhere else. I was just like, oh, this is kind of nice, I'm just gonna go home. And I only sourced one spot that weekend, so it's easy to get lazy. So you guys got to get used to with being uncomfortable. You know, if there's a spot that's further away from you, start there and come back. And that's all I got. It's kind of the same like with working out. Usually I start off with the exercise that I hate the most, right? And then I get into the workout portion that I enjoy, and that seems to be a lot easier than to go against the grain after you do the stuff you love, right? So just food for thought. Okay, so this time around it was a small haul, about 16 pairs, usually for holiday sales at the Nike outlet. I don't have too much luck, so I kind of expected a smaller haul like this. Usually Nike either bumps up their prices, or they price competitively on, or strategically rather, on things that they really need to get rid of. And I mean, I guess aside from these, that's what they really wanted to get rid of. So the Jordan Defiance, I did not pick those up. The comps weren't there. At $175 they were asking retail with 30% off. Some of the shoes were barely going for that. I know in the end, if I picked them up and I held on to them, then they eventually would have made their money. But that's not my strategy. I much would rather pick up stuff like this and flip my money here weekly or bi-weekly. So, and one more thing, I usually price my stuff on my eBay store at a fixed price with no wiggle room, no haggle price, no best offer. And I did get a message from somebody on eBay asking if we can make a deal. Now, the day job, I'm in the car business in the internet department, so I use a lot of the strategies from the car business into my shoe business. So let me show that message now. Okay, so that customer wanted to pretty much make a deal on multiple pairs. Now, this is where, well, before I get into it, the reason I'm bringing this up is I know there's a lot of new sellers getting into shoe reselling, and they may get mad about low ballers, or you know, just want to auto decline. But look at this as an opportunity to make a sale. Now, this is where the whole car thing comes into play. I usually go, hey, you know, thanks for the offer, or thanks for the message. These shoes have a retail value of $155. I won't lose your business over a couple of bucks, so this is the best price. I'm providing free shipping as well. So you pretty much have to sell the product as well as give a reasoning, why the price you're selling it at is such a deal because of the MSRP. And that kind of brings it back to the car sales. Usually if you guys shop for a car, they have their book value, the KBB value, and that kind of ties into how they get you to realize like, oh hey, this is kind of a good deal. And I guess just one side note, this is if you have very small margins and you can't really deeply discount a shoe. If you have bigger margins, then that's kind of up to you where you want to discount the deal. I know I said, I won't lose your business over a few dollars, but this is usually on shoes that I have a certain amount I want to make per pair. So I'm pretty strict with that. And, it's definitely up to you. That's what's great about just reselling online. You can just, implement your strategy, whether you're a high profit margin type of dude or gal, or you're more of a volume dude or gal as well. So, all right, so that was pretty much it for Memorial Day weekend. Feel free to leave a comment down below of what you found. And we do have another road trip coming up here pretty soon. I will probably disclose that on Instagram later. It's going to be in a different part of Texas. But yeah, feel free to check me up on there. I do a small recap after my sourcing trips, as well as go on IG live time to time before I do my YouTube thing here. But alright guys, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.